Hey, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back. It's Travis here with JT Wealth. Hopefully you have seen my first video in this series of the 8 stocks you can buy now that will help make you money every single month. Well, I covered the first 4 in that video, and in this video I'm covering the next 4. So let's get into it. Alright, like I said, guys, welcome back. Thanks for checking out the video. Hopefully you find some value in it. If you do, don't forget, smash that like button for me. Consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. And like I mentioned in the intro, we're going over the second 4 of those 8 stocks you can buy now to get paid every single month. And if you haven't seen that first video, I'll leave a link in the description section down below so you guys can watch that one as well, so you'll know exactly all 8 of these stocks we're talking about. All right, I'm not gonna waste any more of your time. Let's jump right into these 4 stocks. And again, just a recap of where this information came from. It's out of US News, and they put out an article earlier in the month that said 8 best monthly dividend stocks to buy now so you can get paid every single month, providing a certain level of certainty to your budget. And again, this is part 2. A quick refresher of the first 4 monthly pairs that we talked about in the first video. You can get more information on each of these by checking out that video, but they were DX, EPR, GOOD, and HRZN. And I know it is so frequently said that dividends are passive income. And in the first video, I mentioned that, well, technically that's not true. The IRS does not consider dividends passive income. I'm just going to touch on exactly why that is really quickly before we touch on the next 4 stocks. And here's something out of Investopedia, and it says, are dividends considered passive or ordinary income? And in there it says, despite the fact that earning dividends requires no active participation on the part of the shareholder, dividends do not meet the criteria for passive income as outlined by the IRS. It says the key takeaways here are that dividends are ways to distribute profits to shareholders, and that ordinary dividends are not considered passive income and are so taxed as income by the IRS. And of course, everybody really wishes dividends were considered passive income, because then they would be taxed like capital gains tax instead of income tax, which is a much lower rate. All right, after that incidental psych out, here are the actual 4 stocks we're talking about today. And the very first one is Main Street Capital, ticker symbol MAIN. And this one was trading at $42.05 earlier today. It is a moderate buy off the TipRank site. It has 9.39% potential upside in the next 12 months to an average price target of $46. And again, all of these are not taking into account the dividends that these stocks produce. Now, Main Street Capital produces a dividend yield of 5.8%, and they have been on a tear lately, rising about 49%, including their dividends this year. Now, they are a mid-sized financial firm providing debt and equity investments into smaller companies with the goal of consistent returns for their shareholders. Main has a broad and diversified portfolio that includes a digital marketing company, a hose manufacturer, a coffee shop chain, and a wide array of other small and mid-sized operations. Now, thanks to a broader economic recovery that has lifted many of these small businesses over the past year, the stock has done quite well, and its 21-cent dividends have rolled in every month on a steady schedule. Okay, the second stock we're going to be talking about today that pays you every single month has a really long name, so I'm just going to call it Pennantpark. And PFLT is the ticker symbol for Pennantpark floating rate stock. All right, and this one was trading at about $12.22 in the after hours when I made this image. It is a moderate buy with 2 buy ratings. I'm sorry, 1 buy and 1 hold, and it does have a 14.47% potential upside to an average analyst price target of $14. And again, anytime we're seeing an average price target or an appreciation expectation of over 10%, I get pretty excited, because I love VOO, VTI, funds that just track indexes like the S&P 500, and we all know that 10% range is where we like to be in the average over a large period of time, which is exactly what the S&P has been able to do. So when a stock can beat that, that's fantastic. If they also happen to have a huge dividend like this stock does, that is a double bonus. And Pennantpark's dividend is massive at 8.7%. Now, they are an interesting monthly dividend stock to consider, given that many observers think interest rates will rise soon, okay? But PFLT operates as a lender to troubled companies, putting up its capital at high interest rates to offset the higher level of risk associated with these businesses. Now, as you can imagine, a lot of companies fell on hard times during the last couple of years. And Pennantpark made some shrewd and strategic investments during that time. And what's more, their floating rate loans actually adjust up as the broader rate environment does. Meaning that if and when rates rise, PFLT will see even bigger interest payments. This monthly dividend stock's up about 36%, including their dividends so far this year, and offers one of the highest yields on this list. Now, the number 3 stock we're talking about today is Prospect Capital. And ticker symbol PSEC, Prospect Capital, trading at about $8.14. It is the only stock on our list that has a downside potential, potentially going to $7 in the next 12 months, which is about a 14% downside. That, of course, not considering the dividend at all. And again, the dividend for Prospect Capital is significant. We're talking again 8.4%. So Prospect Capital, they are a monthly dividend payer, but they invest in other businesses and then pass on a share of the profits to the investors. So lately, their portfolio has shown a lot of potential according to Wall Street analysts. Now, this stock is up about 69%, including dividends this year. And along with a strong fiscal first quarter earnings that posted the beginning of November and featured an earnings beat and robust investment income, this long-term appeal for dividend investors is the generous yield that stocks like this provide with monthly payouts fueled by a portfolio of debt and private equity investments. So what PSEC takes is a piece of the action in companies that range from candle manufacturers and specialty fitness firms to media and IT service providers. And as these investments pay off across a well-diversified group of holdings, Prospect enjoys fairly consistent revenue and very consistent monthly dividends. But the last stock of the 8 we're talking about, finally rounding out this 2-part series, is ticker symbol SCM, Stellus Capital. Here you can see that SCM was trading at about $12.54, up a little bit in the pre-market, the after hours this afternoon. Now, they are a moderate buy with 2 buy ratings and a significant upside, guys, 23.18% to an average price target of $15.25. Now, what if I told you could get a stock with 23% potential upside in the next 12 months and 8.6% dividend yield? That's exactly what this company provides. Capital took a huge tumble about a year ago as dividends dropped from about 31 cents down to 10 cents per month. But this financial stock has seen its share price recover in a huge way, from lows less than $10 for much of 2020 to about $13 per share at present. Now, they focus on investments in private middle market companies and invest through first lien and unitranche financing, meaning it is the only lender in a debt offering and thus gets more control over the payment terms. There's admittedly risk in the corner of the market that SCM serves, as so-called lower middle market companies don't have the deep pockets or entrenched operations of multinational blue chip stocks. But that does allow this monthly dividend stock to command a better premium on its loans and bigger dividends as a result, again coming in with 8.6% yield. All right, guys, so those are the second 4. I'm going to put up on your screen right now the top 8 that we talked about as a whole, just for you guys to reconnect and remember exactly which 8 we talked about. Like I said, there they are for you guys: DX, EPR, GOOD, HRZN, MAIN, PFLT, PSEC, and SCM for the 8 best monthly dividend stocks you could buy now to make money every single month. So hopefully between the first video and this one, we've touched enough about each one of these stocks to maybe just kind of whet your appetite for the type of dividend stocks that are available out there that can pay you monthly, whether you're trying to grow your portfolio or if you're about to retire or are retired and looking for easy income creating stocks just so that you can have a more versatile portfolio to pay out every single month. These are options that are available to you guys, and I love bringing them to you. So hopefully you liked the videos. Do me a favor, smash the like button for me. Consider subscribing to the channel. It really helps out when you do it. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section down below. Even if it's just, hey, I don't like those stocks at all. I'm a realty income guy all day long. We know, but there's enough videos out there on realty income. Until next time, guys, bottoms up.